Hi Scorpio, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. Now Scorpio, we're going to do our forecast for March and April 2020, Scorpio sun, moon and rising sign. If you do feel a reading doesn't resonate with you, you may want to look at your moon sign or your ascendant or which is also called your rising sign. If you don't know what they are, there is a link below that I will put that you can get your natal chart done and you can find out where all your placements are, all the signs in your houses of your natal chart. Now let's get down to it. My apologies for not getting the March readings out early, guys. It has been a very big couple of months. We're all fully aware of what's been going on in the universe, on the planet. Everybody has been affected by the current situation. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to talk about it. We're all fully aware of what's going on and we're all affected. Nobody is being left out of this. So what I do want to touch on though for the month of March is what I'm going to do is channel through more spirit message with my cards rather than just doing a straight up tarot reading. Sometimes I do straight general tarot, sometimes I, channel through or get spirit, but I feel like I'm calling through spiritual messages this month. We're going to touch a little bit on planetary stuff, but we're just going to see what flows for this month. Now, Scorpio, thank you to all of you who like, share and subscribe and pass on information, whether it's from my channel or other spiritual information at this time, or just information that's helping people, okay? You're helping raise the vibration. You're helping people keep the vibration high in times of fear, great panic, fear, scarcity, all of that type of energy that is running high. There's high anxiety for people, the unknown, when we're thrown into those energies. So, I appreciate it. All the other, tarot readers, spiritual people, astrologers out there on YouTube, sharing this information. You are helping the collective consciousness, and this is what everyone needs at the moment. If we can understand what's going on with the frequencies and the vibrations of the planets for everyone, you are contributing on a global level or on a humanitarian level. It could be one little message or something you share that helps someone get through their day, particularly at these times. Now, March has been incredibly heavy energy. For me, with readings, it started in February, January. We had January the 12th, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. You might want to go back and listen to that again on my forecast videos, because it's happening all year, but it's directly hitting in March. So whatever was going on in January, you go and listen to that YouTube video that I put up for the Saturn-Pluto 12th or 11th and 12th of January conjunction. It's hitting March right now. I saw the masks were off. I did put a report up about that in February. We were seeing the truth of people, places and situations. We were seeing the real them, or the underworld of people, places and situations. We are now seeing with that Saturn-Pluto conjunction all March, where our systems, be it our friendships, our job, our money, our security, our stability, is not stable. The systems are not supporting us, which is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, the breaking down of systems that are no longer working for us or supporting us. So we've got all of that going on. And as readers tune in, a lot of readers are saying, I do not have the energy. Normally I pump out this much and reading or information, and I can only do half. Even as I tune into the energy of March, it's very heavy. It's very dense. It's nearly like no energy. We're all in shutdown. We're all in lockdown. We're all having to restrict. There's a fear consciousness going on out there. It's a heavy energy. And Scorpio, the reason I'm saying this is because you're one of the zodiacs that are super duper in tune anyway, naturally. So anyone that's super sensitive, super empathic or just feels the community or for other people, you will be really affected or possibly feeling the effects. Excuse me, I've dropped a card. I like it when they're jumping out. And I was just about to say, look, don't worry. The energy is heavy. It is thick. It is dull. It's all about hard work at the moment. We're all being hit with some massive reality or, big awakening, even if it's about yourself, others. And this big awakening is about reality or a paradigm you've been living in, or not, or thought you were, or vice versa. Put it where it fits, okay? And don't make something fit. If you're not getting something out of a reading or something doesn't fit, don't make it fit. We're talking to Scorpio as a collective. And what I was about to say is this card jumped out, is April's much better for you. And we'll talk about April in a minute, and we'll go into that energy more so, okay? The flow's coming back. So even as I tap into the energy, I'm heavy, I'm tired. It feels like a lot of hard work, a lot of slug, the hard slog, the hard sluggish energy has been going on for you, Scorpio, because I can feel a few of you, or hear a few of you as I'm tapping in going, oh, like when's this going to shift? Like, oh, I've been doing my work, all of that type of thing. It will, you will. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look, completely over it, over people, places, situations, whatever it is for you. There's something that you're just feeling this, completely over it. Look, if some of you are going into the deeper shadow aspect of this card this month, or of month of March, I feel like everybody is, honestly, it's coming up. It's showing you where you're done. Okay? Mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. This is the wake up. When you have the whole death and rebirth, or awakening and epiphany, or you go to the bottom of all your emotions and depths, and we're going to come out. There's success. All right? So what I want to get through, and I'm not sure if I should put something up about it, but we've got to remember this. The last time we had a Saturn-Pluto conjunction, World War I happened, World War II ended. I think there was a war in the 80s, or I'm not, off the top of my head, I don't know dates, but, this is big. This is a breakdown. When they had World War I start and end, there was the Great Depression, there was the restructure, there was the jobs that went, all of that stuff's happening. But Scorpio, you just want to move forward. You just want to move on. And I'm going to say it, Scorpio, I'm sorry, you're not the most patient star sign in the zodiac. Okay, so, and you have done your work. You do want to move forward. You do want to move ahead. A lot of you have been waiting, and or Nelly, that energy. Can you all catch up? Can you all catch up with me? Or us, or Scorpio, or where the universe is heading. So, patience is called here, Scorpio. But let's pull a few cards for March. I'm really not going to go into March that deeply. So we just want to know what Spirit wants to give a message to the collective of Scorpio for the month of March. And then we're going to get into April, because honestly, you all know how heavy and what March has brought about. Particularly where I'm living in Australia, we've now been hit with this massive viral thing that everyone's involved in the world, and we're feeling the effects of it right now. Yeah, look at this. Holding back here, Scorpio. This is not taking action. I mean, this person's, not plotting, but, thinking, planning, wanting to take action towards something, but putting in a lot of thought, putting in a lot of watching, planning, maybe strategizing, but, they're not taking action just yet, Scorpio. There's some healing to do here, and it is to do with you and relationships in the month of March. Have some trust, have some faith in that. I'm hearing in April, I'm going to go into that in a minute, but in April, I feel it's getting better for you towards the end of April. I've kind of got this theme for even the whole viral thing. I'm not saying it's going away by the end of April or anything, but it's like the aftershock. At the end of April, we've got through the shock. It's happened. Now, end of April, we're kind of picking ourselves back up and dusting ourselves off. Now, there might not be, big changes, but we're like, okay, I've got a grip. I've got to handle it. I've got to work out how we're going to move forward in this now. But we're in the shock. Yeah. Messages from Spirit coming for you in the month of March, Scorpio. These are messages from Creator or messages from people, places and situations in general, communication, talking, but I'm going on a deeper level here for you, Scorpio. I feel like your direction that you're going into the month of March, and this is about your happiness, love, healing, what you want, connection, relationships, you know, how you want your life. There's some big messages coming through from Spirit. That's what I keep getting from that card. Now, I'm not saying that's that card's meaning in traditional tarot, but I've got look, because following up is the universe. The universe is trying to show you a lot in March. That's why you don't take action, Scorpio. Trying to show you a lot. There's still a lot to be revealed, I'm feeling, or you're to see a lot or sit back. And Scorpio is a bit of doing and come on and let's get it going and let's just move along, guys. And because they are in tune, you guys are in tune, because there's a new path coming, a new cycle, a new venture, a new way of doing. And this is a path you've never been on before. It might feel like a leap of faith or a leap, you know, when you're jumping off a diving board or a cliff and you're like, oh, that's scary, but I want to do it and I'm ready to do it. The Fool's ready to take on a new venture. But the start of the month, March, was like, sit back. Don't get too ahead of yourself, actually, I'm getting with that, because the change is coming. The change is definitely there, Scorpio. Go with the flow, Scorpio, balancing everything up. That's you, your energy, giving, taking, receiving, vice versa. Who's giving, take. Go with the flow. The big message here for you, Scorpio, the month of March, don't push anything. There's a massive ending coming. It is coming. It's coming universally. It's coming spirit, from your guides, from Creator, universe, source. The universe is doing this massive ending. And when it does the month of March into April, you'll be really thinking, balancing your life up or making a decision end of March into April. And I know we're kind of towards the end of March now and these readings are late, but there's a recap. Don't take action for the month of March. Yep, hold back, stand your ground. Stand your ground, don't take action. None of these are about taking action, they're about holding ground. There's more information, look more deeply, research, study, gather your information. Some of you may be studying or, you know, go back to the drawing board, you know, just wait. Something's not revealed. I can feel it, Scorpio. You are cutting off. Some of you will be wanting to make fast decisions or cutting people off because you're done. So where you're done, Scorpio, you are done. Whether that's people, places, situations. Your new path's coming, although whether some of you are not happy about it, not wanting to hear maybe the waiting or not wanting, there is something, some of you are resistant, some of you are not listening to the universe maybe, or spirit, you're not listening here, or you're not liking what you're being told about this new direction. But you know, I don't know why, because this is going to be great. Some of you, yeah, I think Scorpio, yeah, see, look at that, end of March, whatever happens at the very end of March, you are making big decisions, you're ending a karmic cycle. When we're ending karmic cycles, then we get to pick a new path, a new road. It hasn't happened yet in the month of March, and we know that. There's lots of endings, there's a massive ending happening. Someone's being put out in the cold, or you're being put out in the cold, Scorpio, you'll know where it fits, or people, places, situations. There's something, go with the flow. What needs to go, go, let it go. Get in the flow. Don't fight with anything. Get in that universal flow this month. Use your intuition, because there's a massive ending, and this is a karmic decision that you will be making in the month of March. Scorpio. Big spiritual message. So let's move on to April. Now, April I like better. I even feel better when I'm reading the energy of April. What does Spirit want to come through? What's the message for the collective of Spirit? For the collective of Scorpio from Spirit in the month of April. It's early morning, guys. I'm a little bit tongue twisted. Mind you, though, you've had Mars. You've got Mars in your 4th house all month, and this is good for the home, getting things done around the home, beautifying the home, having family, getting jobs done, getting things done, really focused on the home. On the 4th of April, we've got beautiful Venus. Venus is in your 8th house of which is money. It's good news, whether it's a partner's income or a gift of money or unexpected money, or maybe, for some of you I heard windfall, and I don't like putting that in readings. Windfall could be just unexpected money or gifted money. But we've got some really good news there for you when Venus is nurturing and giving and beautifying, and Venus wants to love and value and nourish and provide and makes things feel good. And for you, that Venus in the 8th house is great news. So it is going to be about income, money, luxuries, pampering you, unexpected money, maybe you're owed money, it's coming in. It might be slowly, but it's coming in now. And I think you can feel that, but it's not quite there. You can feel that little glitch that something's not quite right. So, but what also Venus will do in your 8th house is brings about a vibrational urge or force or focus for you to look more deeply into relationships, and not your relationship, all relationships, even with yourself. We've also got Uranus in your 7th house, and that's been there for a while, and it's been trying to do that as well, awaken you in relationships. How are you in relationships? Scorpio, you've been doing a lot of work with you in relationships. So there's a lot, some of you may have had a tower moment in March about yourself, a revelation about yourself, because you've had that Uranus in your 7th house for a while, awakening you in relationships, showing you another side about you or others or how you are in relationships, or vice versa. Put it where it fits, or all of the above. All right? We are all included in that, really. What you're mirroring and everything. Excuse me. I've had a dry throat for about all year. I've had a lot of throat chakra stuff since December, actually, going on. Now, Uranus in that 7th, awakening you. Now, Uranus can also bring ups and downs. It's going well, it's not going well. Ups and downs, turbulence in relationships, okay? But it also Uranus can bring a new way of looking, a new perspective, a new friend, a new way of doing relationships. So, it's trying to bring you a wake-up call. It's like I want to say, we're in relationships. April's going to be about really showing you like a wake-up call, like a moment where are you feeling discomfort or uncomfortable in relationships? You need to look at that and heal it. And also, if you're in a relationship or you feel alone in relationships, or where are you lonely with relationships, you've got to look at that in April. That is going to come up. It's a wake-up call too, because we've got the full moon on the 8th in Libra, and it's hitting your 12th house. So what have you been sweeping under the carpet, Scorpio? What are you not wanting to deal with of the Libra full moon? And I would suggest whatever comes up emotionally from the start of April right through to that full moon in Libra, or whatever that full moon brings up for you, deal with it. Deal with it. It's 12th house, higher learning, a spiritual message, a healing, information, something you need to see or do from a higher level, Scorpio, in relationships. For For some of you, it's about learning independence and codependent. So you could be too independent or too codependent. So we've got to get this sorted, Scorpio, within relationships, okay? That will come up for a lot of you, because that's that 7th house stuff. That Uranus in your 7th house is about independence and codependence. And are we too that way, or are we, you're going to have to work out what that is for you. But that's what's got to change. That's your shake-up for the month of April. Interesting that. Because around that Libra and full moon, whatever is going on, they want you to clean it up. So you've got more space, more psychic space. That 12th house is there. When that 12th house energy is coming through, the messages from the divine, the downloads, the higher learning, you're going up into your spiritual energy. It's wisdom and mastery up there, and there's some powerful energy and information coming through for you, Scorpio. So they want you to deal with your stuff around the full moon, for this energy to come in just after, so that you've got this free space, this free psychic time, this free energetic time to really get clarity about self. And it's coming from the higher, from the divine. It's starting in March, and it's about you and relationships. Relationships to all people, place, situations, the universe, the divine. This is a higher level of understanding, or spiritual level. And I'm going to say, I heard someone say, again. Yep, again. And then by the end of the year, remember, because we're moving into the Aquarian, the planets are going into air, into the Aquarius energy. This is quantum. So I got a feeling, Scorpio, there could be some upgrades here, and you have to definitely physically change how you're doing relationships. And each of you will work out what that is, because it's about to come up. On the 12th of April, we've got Mercury joining the Sun in your 6th house. It's going to shine a light on your health, your well-being, new connection, healing self or others, new connections. It's good. Mercury's communication, the Sun, you're going to get all this information from the universe. Mercury comes in with the Sun. You're like, I get it. I'm on it. I'm ready to do it, heal it, change it, bring in new connection, do it a new way maybe, gather that Mercury communication or information that you need to do it. The 20th, you've got the Sun in your relationship house. So see how all month it's preparing you. It's preparing you, Scorpio, because the 20th of April, the Sun moves into your relationship house. Sun lights it up, energize it. So whatever's coming through March, through to April, through to the end, the 20th, it was getting you to do or see or change or fix or heal something with you and relationships. Whether it's new rules, new boundaries, or new interactions, or the way you go about things, you'll work it out, Scorpio. You're in tune enough to work that out, okay? But there's some big changes for some of you, because we have a new moon after the 20th on the 23rd of April, and it's in Taurus, and you are going to reignite existing relationships with the energy there. You're going to go another level in relationships. You could reignite an existing relationship and go another level with someone. Are you ready to do that, Scorpio? Use this as an example. If you've just been friends with someone, or it's been sort of happening but not happening, it's about to go another level, Scorpio. Are you ready? Or if it was a relationship with yourself and work and what you do and people and how you do it, you're about to go another level. There it is. Taurus. It's in Taurus. So a lot of you may even be getting new or existing relationships. Look at that, Scorpio. Relationships. Union, coming together, equal, treating each other equally. There's no power play here. There's no codependence and interdependence. They're independent, but no, hang on, I'll get it in a minute. I want to say, see how they're just, nobody's taking from the other here, or vice versa, or giving more than the other. It is so equal. It is so balanced. It's an equal exchange. That's the divine feminine and the divine masculine being balanced in you, Scorpio, or in your relationships. That's what needs to come in. Some of you, soulmate, twin flames coming in. So get this right. Do your healing. Change what you need to change. For some of you, Scorpios, you can be not all, take what resonates and what doesn't, or where do you be a little bit like the Queen of Swords? She can be a little bit too cut, too harsh, make a decision. You know, she can cut heads off. So maybe the message is, you'll put it where it fits, Scorpio. You know, where are you too quick to cut this off and cut that off and make an assumption or make a decision or cut someone out, or you've made a decision to move towards this better equal union, a relationship and union, and come together and take it to another level in all of your relationships, whatever that may be for you, or you are taking it another level. The Queen of Swords just makes a decision. I'm going in the other level. I'm a different person now. That's what I'm doing. But she needs to make sure she's being in touch or balanced with, or seeing, you know, it's the upper. The Swords is fast and swift and maybe a little fiery or quick to make a decision. She can disconnect from her emotions. So the month of April, I wanted some cards to jump out. Now, it is funny too, because we've got the Hanged Man, but it's upside down. Yep, look, relationships, upside down changes. Yeah, wow, they all came down upside down at the start of April, because the one thing I do want to say is the intensity's not there, Scorpio. Wasn't there in March, and it's not there at the start of April. It's actually coming the month after. In May, the intensity's back, the passion's back. That's why you have to wait till the end of April for things to really take off. Keep doing your work, keep doing your clearing, because the Hanged Man upside down shows me you're about to break free. It is going to move. Be patient. But you've been in the Hanged Man. You know, like, remember at the start I said someone's going, oh, more waiting, you know. So I can see freedom's coming here. You're changing relationships or the way you're doing. Some of you, if you were in a third party situation, you're walking. Okay, that's only for some of you. Your money, your job, your security, stability. That's what it boils down to. Whatever that is for you, and it's in relationships, you are changing it. Because you can, a lot of Scorpio can do it on their own. Yeah, you haven't quite got all the, two messages came through at the same time. Some of you can, you've got Scorpio that can really do it on their own and they're really independent, but the others are too codependent, or too codependent on others bringing them their Nine of Cups or whatever. But whatever it is, whatever your Nine of Cups is, and Nine of Cups is, providing for yourself. I know I can provide for myself. It's all being provided, whatever it is, which way for you. You're going to get some clarity and focus and direction here, but it's not yet. It's not the start of April. End of March, you've had, into the start of April. By mid-April, you've made a decision. You're clear. You're moving forward. The information that Spirit brings through, you're clear by mid-April. It's around that full moon in Libra. Libra does rule relationships. Libra wants balance and win-win. And then you've got all that sun. Yeah, look at that. I knew it. Jumped out. Super, super duper fast action. Messages coming in. Phone calls coming in. People, places, situations, or just things happening. All the cards are upside down, and then all of a sudden, bang, the end of April. I would say that's around when the sun comes into your relationship house. It's all guns are blazing. That's fast. That's fast action, Scorpio. Yep, you've got emotional security, stability, balance back. The King of Cups, he's emotionally mastered and mature. He knows he is in complete mastery of his emotions. He keeps balance of his emotions. So he can do and give for others, very giving, very connected. People come to him for information and all of that sort of stuff, and he helps everyone and he helps the group, and the King of Cups is that energy, but he keeps his own emotional balance first. That's why he can help everybody. And the end of April, love it, love it. Taurus, new moon, reigniting existing relationships, new relations, taking relationships to a new level. This was universal. Remember I said in March, there's universe, that Spirit's bringing you messages. Universe is bringing you messages. There's a big message here, and it's from the universe, Scorpio. And it was doing it. It came up your March energy and the end of April. You know, the High Priestess that is the Hierophant as well, like the judge, the universe makes the calling. It's kind of like a bit of that Saturn, Pluto, like how well did you do in your exam? Here's your result. So please get emotional balance, mastery of yourself, or self to others, others to self in relationships. This is your test, Scorpio. Whether you give too much or not enough, or it's too much emotion or not, or what's some other examples? I'm just trying to put examples out there because we're talking to a collective. But wow, the universe is watching you, Scorpio, watching you. Has she made she made the changes? Have they worked out this emotional balance? That's what independence codependence is. It's all about emotional balance. You know, the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together equally. No one's in a power play. No one's giving more than the other. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. They've come together equally. So if you've been too masculine, maybe you need to bring some feminine in. Yeah, look, Scorpio, you really know how to hold your ground and do it your way for the strong Scorpio, all right? Or for some of you, you couldn't hold your ground, you couldn't, whatever. Whichever way that fits. It's time to change it or balance it. Because universe is trying to bring you better connection, whether it's a soulmate, bring a soulmate in for a lot of you, or soul family, or soul friends, or get you connected on a different level with people, with relationships, with how you do relationships. Wow, wow, wow. Yep, some of you are completely closed off to it, or have been, or don't want to hear it or see it, or couldn't. They are those messages coming through loud and clear from the divine. March, April, through to the end of April. All right, I'd be listening. Some of you may have just been totally focused on your money. And we can't, because we've got to be wealthy on all levels. Mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. Yep, some of you are burnt out, done, had it, had enough. Exhausted yourselves, whatever it is, wherever it fits. This is, I'm done. I'm not getting what I want from this, or how do I do it myself if you're codependent? You know, I can't get my focus. But look at this. You are going to get your focus, your clarity, and your direction on your long-term security and stability. You are going to get the strength, the messages. You are going to move, travel, or just make a decision to travel in a direction. And you've got your strength back there, Scorpio. But this is inner strength. This is inner knowing. This is more joy, more energy. I feel more energized. This is the sun moving into my relationship house. I feel like the sun's shining on me again and I'm energized. And look what comes in. If you do this work, March, April, and make the most massive changes you can make, or have a look in the mirror and go, I do this, I do that, I do this, or vice versa, you know, as in a loving way, as in I've got to change this, I'm going to stop doing this, I'm going to change the way I do that, or change the way I stress or give too much, whatever it is for you, Scorpio. Look what comes in super duper fast. At the Taurus new moon, and when the sun hits your relationship house, you have it there to move in a direction very fast, or a relationship's going to come in. This is the 10 of Cups. Absolute contentment and happiness in your relationships, whether it's there right now or coming in. This could be coming in for you, either now or future. I like May. I think too, for a lot of you, it's going to come into fruition May, but you kind of know by April. And the universe has said, well, we'll bring in whatever with the work you did. Here's your exam result. That's what we're trying to bring you. And look how they're both equally putting the energy into this rainbow. They're leaning on each other. Codependent, independent, but independent. They are there equally in mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual energy. Whatever you've wished for, the universe wants to bring you a reward. The universe wants to bring you a reward, okay? That's going to get yours. You get your exam results at the end of April of what you changed, of how you were in relationships, or how you were doing it, or what you needed to balance. What you're putting out is what you're getting back in reward. So be careful what you're thinking. If you're emotionally balanced, stable, emotionally mastered now, doing it, keeping your own balance and then doing for the group in a loving, caring, connected way, and having that receive, or putting out good thoughts. The universe is trying to move you away from conflict, struggle, the hard work, the people that work again, fighting, arguing, the struggle, the conflicts that you have. At the end of March, this is what the universe is trying to move you away from with this change, with this message. That's powerful. Oh my. I've got nothing more to say. Ending a karmic cycle. Universe. Away from conflict within yourself or others, fighting, arguing, the struggle, the intensity between people, and I'm always having to do this or give this, or vice versa, or the struggle within yourself. You're closing out a massive, massive karmic cycle. And when we do that, the universe looks down and says, right, you can have that path or that path. And then you've got to choose which path, but it's kind of like where you're at, what you learn. And we've got more of this coming right through December with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. But this is another level, Scorpio, another level. You'll get your exam result. You'll close out a karmic cycle or not. And you'll be presented with some paths and directions. And it's about your relationships and love and connection with yourself and others, which then affects your abundance, your joy, your happiness. It's time for that happiness, Scorpio, whatever that is for you, whatever your 10 of Cups is. If it's not a relationship, it's not a relationship. It could be something else. But thank you, Scorpio, for that amazing reading. It's one of the lightest, best, energized, exciting readings I've got to do, because the others are not as, they've been heavy, they've been hard, they've been heavy energy. And yes, March is, and yes, April is through to the end. But Scorpio, this is huge. This is another level, another spiritual, karmic, a major karmic ending. And you'll know what that is for you, because you'll be going through it the month of March, April, and it would have come up for you in January. Wow, Scorpio, thank you. I hope you enjoyed your reading.